Okay, let's do the balcony level. So just to go over really quick what we did, I drew a rectangle and then I changed it to a path, Control Shift C. Then I resized that to 10 inches wide by 4 inches tall. So that is what we want for the top-down view of the main floor. Now I need to attach this balcony piece that we designed earlier. That was designed from a 12-sided polygon. Very quickly, let me show you what that was. Okay, I have a 12-sided polygon. I am holding down my control key, and this time I want the pointy part pointed down. Then I'm going to change this to a path, Control Shift C. Press F2 for my node tool. Remove the nodes that I don't want as part of my balcony. This isn't technically necessary, but it gives you this shape over here. Now I just want to make sure that I have it the same shape I had originally designed. So this one is 1.922 inches tall. So let's go ahead and change this one. We'll lock the proportion and make this one 1.922 inches tall as well. So now we have two that are really exactly the same. All right, so the next thing, I'm going to put this aside as my decorative piece. The next thing I want to do is turn on snapping, and I'm going to change this one to toggle snapping to bounding box edge midpoints because we're going to center this and snap it to the bottom of this one. All right, so both of these are paths, and we're just going to snap it right in place. Then select both of them and press Control Shift Plus to make them all into one shape. All right, now the other piece that I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm going to be cutting out the center part of this, not this part over here where I have the balcony sticking out because we don't want a hole in our balcony floor. But I do want my light to shine up through, just like we did with the bottom of our first floor, and that we'll do with our second floor as well. So there's two ways I can do that. I can cut that out now and extrude it, but just extrude the outer sides, or I can cut it out later. So let's try it this way first. I'm going to just draw a rectangle in here that looks about the size that I want, and I am going to center it. First I'm going to change it to a path, and then Control Shift C, and then I'm going to select this, and with Control Shift A for my align panel, I want to align it left to right. And then this isn't really centered for the entire piece, so I'm going to eyeball it. It will be fine, but be sure to leave enough room for this to sit over the lower story. Remember, it's going to stick out a little bit. So in fact, what I want to do is take this piece right here, and I actually want to take it and I want to make it a little bit shorter. This will still let room for light to shine through, but it should keep us from having any holes showing over the front. All right, and with my select tool, I'll select both of these and do a Control Shift minus, and then we have our hole for the light to shine through. Okay, at this point I want to extrude it. So Papercraft, extruder. On this case, we want only to extrude the outline. We don't need to have this part filled in here with some kind of walls. So just the outline. We can leave everything the same except that I need to set the width of my extrusion to 3 inches because that's how tall, half inch because that's how tall our balcony level needs to be. Each of our stories is 3 inches, but the balcony and the foundation are a ½ inch tall. All right, everything else looks fine, and I'm going to apply. All right, and it will give me the pieces I need. We'll have two of these pieces, and it's just convenient. It's already cut out on both of them. The 1 and 2 shows us which direction our strips are going to travel. So 1, 2, and then our keeps on going around counterclockwise. If I want to see which of these strips starts, well, this is MS2. That's the bottom one. This one is MS1. We can, again, come over into our objects panel up here. And then this is MS0. So MS stands for main structure. And the reason it stands for main structure is, let me turn off snapping here, is that these pieces are our wrapper pieces. If I want to do a decorative color, maybe I want stone patterned paper around my balcony level, I could do that with these pieces. I'm going to change the color on those just so that we can tell it apart when I'm actually making it. And just for reference, I'm also going to put these in order. So 0 is this one, 1 is this one, and 2 is this one. All right, so that way when I go back as a reference, if I want to say, well, which ones had the score lines, they kind of look the same, but I can take a look at these little score marks here and say that, well, this is 0, 1, and 2, and put them on in that order. So this basically is what our cutting file is going to look like for our balcony level.